look, if it is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that little bell to ring a ding ding for when I post. Go ahead and do it. I'm gonna give you a second to do it, so do it. Today on HoneyBun TV, we will be making a two-piece with this extra scrap fabric that I got. Look at it. It's orange, it's vibrant, and it is so cute. As you know, summer is opening up and outside is too, so you gotta get cute outfits. But how about making them? Saddle up and enjoy the ride. HoneyBun TV.
You making me wanna spend this money, gorgeous, all on you, girl.
Hey honey buns, let's get started. As you can see, I've already set and placed my fabric on the table, and I'm just literally trying to find a good chunk of a big piece and or pieces so I can cut the bottom portion for my skirt. And the top part, we'll worry about that later. So now I'm just literally folding it over on fold. I love to cut on fold. And I am just going to cut a snippet off approximately 2 inches from the top, because as you can see, the fabric is uneven. It's not a full rectangle as it should be. So now that I have done that, I don't have a normal skirt pattern, so I'm just going to cut from my waist on my bodice down about 19 inches. So we're just going to manipulate this pattern basically. So as you are about to see me do, I'm literally just going to cut down from the hip portion, which is where my bodice is placed, and all the way down 19 inches, which is how long I really want the skirt. And as you are about to see me doing, when I cut down, I do not cut straight down. Now you can do this if you prefer to, but when I usually cut skirts that I want fitted and things of that nature in a bodycon type of way, I typically go in about 1 inch towards the bottom, which you can see my scissors curving. So now that we have cut that out, I'm just going to cut the second piece out off of camera. So you're going to need 2 pieces, obviously, for the front and for the back. So this is just piece 1, and the second piece we are going to cut on fold. So now that we have that figured out and things of that nature, we are going to make a band for our skirt. And how you make a band for anything is literally cutting out however long your waist is. So if your waist is 32 inches, you are going to cut out 32 inches. Now, I cut out 31 inches because I want this to be a little bit fitted and we're not putting a band in the skirt. But I cut out 32 inches long, and the band is going to be approximately 1.5 inches wide. So as you saw there, I took my measuring tape and measured down how long I want it in width and how long I want it around my waist, and that is exactly what I did. And what I'm doing is cutting the excess off. Now that we finished our band and we finished our skirt portion, we are just going to try to find a piece for our top. Now, you know this is a wraparound top, so essentially this is to your prerogative. This is to your prerogative, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. I literally cut 2 pieces of 24 inches for the top for the wraparound, and that's because the way this fabric is cut, from previous projects, I couldn't cut one full piece of just 48, so I had to do 24 by 24, and depending on how big you are on top will determine how wide you are going to make this top piece. So I'm cutting right now across the access off so everything can be lined perfectly, but 24 inches long, and I am just going to connect these 2 pieces to make one full basically wraparound top, which you will see later on. So now let's get into how do you sew the skirt together. Well, grab that thing at the top where your waist is, not at the bottom. And if you have to get something to decipher what is the top is and what the bottom is, go ahead. But what you are literally going to do is sew the sides together. You're going to sew the sides together, and you're going to sew them together with good sides facing each other, as I like to say. So this is lycra milskin milskin spandex fabric. You are going to place both shiny sides on top of each other, and this is how it should look. Once you are done, you are going to flip it basically outside in, inside out, however you say it. Take your bands and sew your bands together at the ends that are open. As you can see where I'm gliding my finger towards, that is where you are going to sew alongside of. Now, after you are done sewing down the side basically to close it, you're going to attach it to your skirt, which is real simple. Step number 1 is matching it up to the seams. Now, if you're confused on, well, what side do I put it on? How do I put it on the skirt? X, Y, and Z. The side that is open is supposed to be facing up, as you can see. So the side that is closed should be facing down, and the side that is open should be facing up. And as you can see, I have matched the seams up, which are basically the sides where they are sewn down on top of each other. So the skirt is open, as you just saw me do when I put my hand through it and it created that circle. You're just going to sew around. You are going to sew around and close it up. As you can see me here doing, I'm just demonstrating that the bottom is cut really nicely, but it is not hemmed. And you should hem your bottom, because if you don't, that thing is going to roll up like a biscuit on you when you get ready to dance or whatever you're doing. So to hem the bottom, we are just going to hem it up about 1/2 inch or 1 inch, or whatever you want to do. 1/2 inch is what I did, and just sew it all around. And take your time and give yourself grace. After doing that, you want to cut off all the strings that you have hanging. And I'm literally just going to show you what the skirt should look like once you are basically done. And it should look like this, hemmed up. You see it's not kind of like a raw edge, and this is the band. Now for the top, all you're going to do is, for my situation, I'm just going to sew it together and hem the sides. But if you have one full piece, all you are going to do, just like how we did, is hem the sides like we hemmed the bottom of the skirt. And this is how it should come out. Thank you, Honey Buns, for tuning in, and tune in next week on HoneyBun TV. I cannot wait to see you there. Mwah!